Maybe this man has someone already that is dating. Maybe it wasn't serious, but all of a sudden things changed. Now you add a distraction and he doesn't want something to ruin the relationship. It is a hard truth, but communication is the key so that you don't waste your time and emotions on something that is clearly not working. Hi, my name is Oluwatosin and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be presenting to you different reasons why your man may be acting distant or acting cold towards you. So without further ado, let's dive into today's video. I'll be right back. Number one point that could be the reason why your man is distant or acting cold could be that he has someone else or has found someone new. You know, when we are in love, when we care so much about someone, we fail to look at all the red flags that shows that something is wrong. You've noticed that sometimes it pulls away, sometimes it comes back. To you, it's a normal thing. Maybe it's not an attachment kind of person. Maybe it's someone that likes to have a space. Maybe all the times that he pulls away, he actually goes back to the other lady. There's a tendency that all the attraction, all the lightness, and all the attention that is showing you may actually reduce because all this attention and affection definitely will be redirected into this person. When we are coming into a relationship, please come in with an open mind so that you'll be able to know who you are in this relationship with. Time is very precious, so you don't want to waste your time with someone who clearly doesn't have good intentions towards you or is not even there for the long time. When things are not really going right with this person, he focuses on you. But when things are going right with the other person, it goes back to her. Sometimes all this back and forth, pulling away, coming back to you could be the reason for this. So it is very important that you take note when all these things are happening and you try to address it immediately because mental health is very important and you don't want to waste your time and emotions on someone who clearly doesn't have good intentions towards you. So moving on to the next point, which is the reason why is acting distant or acting cold towards you. And that is the fact that you are a rebound. Men are very funny sometimes. Different men, different actions, different behaviors. Some men, when they get out of a relationship, what they usually do is get a lady that may occupy the space for them not to feel vulnerable or for them not to even think about the relationship. So you may actually come in as a rebound because he's just trying to use it to while away the time. Maybe he still have an intention of going back to his former ex, and you on the other hand may be putting all your best, all your affections, all your interest, all your care on this particular person, hoping for the best and hoping for future. But to him, you're just a rebound. He doesn't really find you that attractive. Men date women for different reasons. Some will date you because they want to use you to occupy space or occupy their time. Some will also date you because they want to use you as a rebound until things work out with their significant other. And some will definitely have you for future purpose. And some will also have you to test run if you will be the one or maybe the other person. Men are very funny. Of course, men are funny. The same way women are also funny too. But for the sake of this video, I'm actually talking about men. You were the only one seeing it as a serious relationship. He wasn't seeing it that way. You were just a rebound to occupy his mind until things work out with his definite significant other. Moving on to the next point, that could also be the reason why this man is acting cold towards you. He found out something about you. Honestly, sometimes we don't know that things that we do affect us. This thing that you found out about you may be something that has happened in the past or something that just happened. Maybe you're the social media geek. You're always on social media commenting, posting different kind of things and tackling people, abusing people on social media, always commenting on the post and saying all sorts of things. And he has found out that you do this all of the time. Men are headliners. Once they keep saying things about you, they may just conclude that that is who you really, really are. Except for someone who loves you so much and want to address the situation. So when a man sees that you are that kind of person, he may not want to have a further relationship with you because he may be also scared that you may end up doing it to him. Most of us that are content creators, we need to be careful of what we post online because men are reading, men are studying, and men are noticing. And whatever you put out there will always find its way back to your real life. He may not want to be affected by that. So you need to check what you're putting online, what you're doing in your real life, if they are affecting you positively or negatively. Even though your communication online is your way of marketing yourself and advertising your business, look out for what you say, how you communicate with others on social media, and how you tackle people. Moving on to the next one, which could be the reason why it's acting distant from you, is the fact that he was never interested in you or he was never into you in the first place. This is actually similar to being a rebound. So this guy was never interested in you. It could be that you have a very beautiful body, you are a very easy person to talk to, maybe you're a party like, and he find communication very easy with you. Though they say men are moved by what they see, but it's beyond what they see. Even though he likes you, he likes your body, he likes your package and whatever, that is not enough to hold a man down. You need to do more than your body or your beauty. Some men are very attracted to your mentality, the way you reason, the way you behave, the way you carry yourself, the way you reason about life, the way you see life as a whole. What makes you you? It's beyond your beauty. It's beyond what you wear. You've seen some men falling in love with a lady on the wheelchair. You've seen some men falling in love with a blind lady. You've seen some men falling in love with people that you're even more beautiful than. So it's possible that this guy is not really that interested in you, probably have sized you up and see that you are not really that kind of person that he sees future with. Whenever he needs to go to party, whenever he needs to hang out there with his friends, you will be the next person to call on. Once he sees that you're taking it serious, he may just want to back off because that is all that he sees in you. A lot of us do ask questions. Once a man is caring, once a man likes us, we just think that is all that it is to it. Do you have communication? Do you ask him why he likes you, why he's into this relationship? And I think that is where a lot of problems comes in, because things that would have been tackled immediately, you pile it up until it becomes something serious and you can no longer take it. Maybe you're just someone that you can always call on for a date, when he has a date with his friends, his colleagues, at work and whatever. You are the easy person to call on. So once you start taking it serious, he may just want to back off because he wasn't into that in the first place. But all that he wants is a booty call and when he has a date. And I hope I'm not offending anyone. Let's move on to the next reasons why he may be distancing himself away from you. So the next one is that his priority has changed, or he has changed his priority. The first love of a man is his work. If a man is dedicated to his work, there are some things that may be lacking in terms of attention. If a man is very, very dedicated to his work, he's trying to focus on his life, there will be a time that his attention will shift away from you. It will not always be there because now his priority has changed. Maybe he's trying to put more time into his work, into building himself, and he can't do that by still having you beside him. I understand that he can run the two together, but it's not all men that can multitask. That is why patience is very important and communication is also very important, because if you don't communicate this, you may think that he doesn't like you, he doesn't want you, and the next thing you both go your separate ways. It may be that he has prioritized himself. Maybe he has placed his work above you. He has prioritized his work above you. And when he does that, the attention that he has for you will be divided. So he will not always have time for you. Maybe now is now 90-10 or 80/20. So if you notice that the attention has been reduced because of some certain thing in his life, maybe his work, you need to discuss it with him. Communication is very important. If you can communicate everything and anything in your relationship, trust me, your relationship will be a milestone. You will be able to climb any mountains at all. But at the end of the day, if things goes well with him, it's going to definitely rub off on you. Men are very, very goal oriented and very ambitious, especially when you find a man that is very, very ambitious. So some men want to make sure that things are working well for them. It's just a way of boosting their ego because they all have peers out there and they want to match up with their peers. They don't want to be left behind. They want to be on the same level with them. And once they see that some things are changing, they may want to work on it. And while working on it, some things will also change. Maybe the attention is giving you may also reduce. If you can understand all those things about men, it will be easier for you to get along with him. The reason why you're here in the first place is to seek answer. But I hope that this video is being of help to you and is blessing you in every areas that you need a solution. So let's move on to the next point, which could be the reason why your man has changed or is acting cold or acting distant from you. And this next one is very, very important. If you notice it, you need to address it. A lot of us neglect red flags, and it's not doing a good job at all, because at the end of the day, it is you that is going to be affected. And like I said earlier, mental health is very, very important. So if you notice that your man is acting distant, sometimes maybe that he's scared of commitment or hasn't healed from past relationship trauma. You know, a lot of men have been through a lot in different relationships. It will be very painful when a man is being a man. He's doing all the things that is necessary and he's not getting the same thing in return. Some men have been through a lot in their past relationship where they care for someone, they treat this person right, and they don't get the same thing in return. They keep sensing that every time they pulled away, and they may not repeat the same thing in their next relationship. Maybe he has sensed that if he take things serious with you, you are going to definitely do the same thing to him. Maybe he just wanted it casual, not really expecting much. All of a sudden, he's now noticing that, the way things are going is becoming serious and may end up in something that is not. One thing I want men to do is that they should stop seeing everybody the same way. If blessing is like this, doesn't automatically mean that Sandra is going to be like that. If you have experienced this with your person in your past relationship, does not mean that this person is going to do the same thing to you. Always give a benefit of doubt. And that being said, learn to always heal from your past relationship before going into the next one, because at the end of the day, it is the woman that will be affected, so that you don't have to pass all the past baggages to this particular person. It is very easy to see people the way you see others. And that's why it is very important that you work on yourself, so that you see people for who they really are. If you've been treated in some kind of way by a particular person, does not mean that this same person is going to treat you that same way. Let's learn to heal from our past trauma, so that we don't pass it to the next generation, or we don't pass it to the next person. At the end of the day, we are affecting people one way or the other. If you sense him behaving that way, you see that he's scared of showing affection. He's caring, of course, but he's scared of showing affection. Sometimes he pulls back. He doesn't like you showing him affection. He doesn't like you caring for him. And you're like, what is going on? And affection is very important in the life of a woman. If you want a woman to be caring, if you want a woman to feel loved, if you want a woman to feel involved, you need to show affection. Even though you are caring, even though you're a kind person, you're a nice person, affection is very, very important. And when a man is not showing affection, it's simply because he's been hurt in the past. He was doing that and the person was not reciprocating. And once you sense that, try and address it. Communication is the key. Don't shy away because you like this person. Don't shy away because you feel that if you say this, things are going to go the other way. Any relationship that will end because you're saying the truth was not meant to be in the first place. A healthy relationship is a relationship that you can talk about anything. You can sit down and address yourself whenever things go wrong. A relationship without communication is a relationship going nowhere. So that could just be the reason why your man may be acting distant from you, because he's scared of commitment and he's scared of being vulnerable, so that he doesn't lose you by you acting the same way all the significant others that he's had in the past were behaving towards him. Moving on to the next one, which is the last on the list. And before I do that, if you're just joining me for the first time, I want to say thank you so much for staying tuned. I really, really appreciate you. What you can help me do right now is to subscribe to this channel, to keep this channel running and to keep it growing. If you are a returnee, thank you for always being there. I want you to give a feedback on where you want me to improve and whatever topic you want us to talk about. I would really, really, truly appreciate this, because I love feedbacks and that is how I grow. Let's move on to the next one on the list, which is the last one, guys. And this one is the fact that he doesn't want a relationship with you, or he doesn't want something serious. He just wants a casual relationship. And this is very easy to tell from the beginning, because a man who doesn't want a relationship with you would not want to go deep. He will want to stay on the surface. He wouldn't ask you questions that are touchy, because he knows that once you start talking about these things, then you will start opening up. Then before you know, you become deep, you become serious and whatever. And you will hold him by that. Once a man is attached to you, things may get deeper. He's just only interested in all he has to get from you, because he doesn't want a serious relationship with you. When he cannot give you that, you may be heartbroken, and he doesn't want that to be the case. He just wants you on the surface level for whatever reasons that he wants you for, whatever he would get from you. So he wouldn't ask you questions that are pertaining to your real person, who you really are. Deep questions that will make him feel vulnerable. So men are very, very smart. They know all those things. And men knows that we are barrels full of emotions. Everything is emotional to us. Once he start asking you all these questions, you will easily think that this guy is into you. And he doesn't want to break your heart. Because of that, he will keep things on the surface level so that when he wants to back off, it will be easy because he knows that there is nothing that will hold him down from turning you away to meet another person. I hope this video has been of help to you wanting to know why your man is being distant, being cold, and has changed towards you. Like I always say, communication is the key. So if you really, really like this person, sit down, address the situation with him, and you will know if this guy is the right person for you or not, or maybe you're just wasting your time. If you can't communicate with him, you will just be in the relationship and you definitely know it's going nowhere, but you are just there staying and expecting the unexpected. If you're sensing this, communicate with your guy and get the result as early as possible, because time is very precious and you don't want to waste your time and emotions on someone who is not meant for you, or someone who is clearly not interested in you. There are always a lot of fishes in the river, though it is only one person that is meant for you. Don't let your situationship block you from the right person that God has prepared for you. If you want to see more of my videos, please do not forget, like I said, to click on the subscription button, subscribe to my channel, and please check other videos. They may be of help to you. And don't forget to share this video along with your friends. You may be saving lives, you may be helping others to find solutions to any of their relationship problems. Thank you so much and see you in my next video. I am Oluwatosin and thank you for staying tuned. Bye for now.